In 9 minutes you can learn 6 steps from this video, then you can manage all gnss RTK working. Using eField software as an example, open eField and tap on Project. Then, tap New. You can either use the default project name or enter one you prefer. Choose the coordinate system. You can tap Predefine to select your region and the desired coordinate system. Tap Next to verify if all the information corresponds to the control points, especially check the central meridian. If needed, you can tap Grid File or Geoid File to make selections. Once done, tap OK, and you've successfully created a new project. Tap Connect. The first type is to choose Bluetooth as the connection method. Once you see the SN of the target device, select it, and tap Connect. You'll receive a prompt indicating a successful connection. You'll see the top displays the RTK status, confirming smooth communication between the RTK and the handheld controller. The second method involves communication via Wi-Fi. Tap Connect, choose Wi-Fi as the connection method. Select the SN of the RTK. At this point, it will show Connected, No Internet. Don't worry about the No Internet message, we're using Wi-Fi for RTK and handheld controller communication, not for internet access. Tap the back icon, tap Connect, and you'll get a prompt confirming a successful connection. There is actually a simpler way to connect the receiver with controller. Just touch the NFC icon on the handheld controller with the NFC icon on the RTK, no additional settings required. You'll quickly notice a successful connection. Firstly, let's set up the base station. No need to mess with its settings. Just go straight to setting up the radio data link. Right press, switch to the transmit/receive channel. Press the up or down key to choose your channel. Let's say we're going with channel 1. Press the power key to confirm, and you'll see a asterisk next to channel 1, indicating it's selected. Right press again, move to data protocol options, use the up/down keys to choose the protocol, go for transparent transmission. Press the power key to confirm. Right press again, set the airbaud rate, leave it at the default 9600, and move on to transmit power. You can adjust the power with the up/down keys. For jobs within 5 kilometers, low power is usually enough. Right press to switch to Bluetooth options, power key to search, select your base station's serial number. After the search, press the power key to confirm. Once connected, the Bluetooth light stays on, and the video transmit light blinks once per second. And there you go, base station setup complete. Now, let's move on to configuring the rover station. Open the eField software, connect to the rover station, go to Config, select Rover, create a new one. Choose the same settings as your base station, for protocol, channel, and baud rate. Tap Save and Apply. At this point, the rover station's differential signal light blinks once a second. And pretty quickly, you'll get a fixed solution, meaning all the settings are done. In future operations in this mode, when you power up the base station and the radio, they'll automatically connect and transmit. The rover station will also automatically connect to the handheld controller's Bluetooth and get a fixed solution. No need to go through all these settings again and again. Firstly, find the login interface. In Instruments, select GNSS Rover, then New and choose N-Trip. Secondly, enter the IP address and port of the source service. Get mount point. Pick the one you want to use. Different mount point corresponds to different formats of differential data. And enter your username and password. Finally, tap Save Accept. You'll see a prompt saying receiver information read successfully. And at this point, you'll notice the RTK differential signal light blinking. The RTK rover quickly achieves a fixed solution. Site calibration is the process of calculating conversion parameters. With these parameters, we can transform WGS 84 latitude and longitude coordinates measured by RTK into local plane coordinates. Firstly, we need to measure each control point individually and input their coordinates into the handheld controller software. Next comes the calculation of conversion parameters. Tap on Coordinate System, select Site Calibration, press Add, choose the coordinates of the first control point measured on site, input the accurate plane coordinates for this point, and tap Save Continue. Repeat this process for the other control points, and finally, tap Save. Back on the site calibration interface, you'll see that the calculation is complete. If the residuals are not displayed in red, you can tap Accept. The conversion parameters we've calculated are saved in Coordinate System under Horizontal Adjustment and Vertical Adjustment. How to measure points. After the RTK fixed, tap Survey, enter the antenna height, enter the point name, move to the point, level the bubble, tap measure button, and soon the point was collected. For other points, you can keep the same steps. When measuring topographic points, the default setting is for 5 seconds. By tapping on quick point, you can reduce the measurement time to just 1 second. The measurement can be measured like this without waiting. How to measure control points. If you want to measure points with higher accuracy, you can change the measurement method to control, move to the point, tap measure button, keep the bubble level until the measurement is complete. The receiver will be reinitialized during the measurement, so if there are errors caused by interference, they will be reflected in the final measurement report. How to measure continuous points. Tap survey, settings, change the measurement method to continuous point measure, set the distance to 1 meter. And now we can measure with a tilt. Tap measure, you can see, as long as I walk, a point is saved every 1 meter along the slope. Open the eField app and tap stakeout to enter the point stakeout mode. Make sure to adjust the pole height. Tap point library to select points. You can download point coordinates from the cloud by tapping cloud service or import them by tapping import. To add point coordinates, tap add. Tap more to sort points by time ascending or descending. Select a point and tap stakeout to start the stakeout. Follow the navigation instructions, and you'll hear a beep when you're close to the stakeout point. Once you're within the project tolerance range, you can drive a nail to mark the point. If you need to generate a stakeout report or perform other actions, tap the survey button to measure points. In the point library, you can select or import points for stakeout. After selecting points from the stakeout point library, you can tap previous point, next point, nearest, etc. to switch between stakeout points. Tap stakeout to enter line stakeout mode. Adjust the antenna height, then tap select line to access the line library. Tap add to add lines, polylines, arcs, circles, and more. Let's choose line for this example. Enter the line name in tap mode. We'll select 2 points as an example. Choose the starting point from the library or select it directly on the map. Then, select the end point. After selecting the points, tap Save to return to the line library. Select the line you want to stake out and tap Next. You have 3 options: stake, to line, or node. Let's choose stake as an example. Adjust the station interval if needed. Follow the navigation instructions to reach the stakeout location. Once you're within the tolerance range, you can mark the point by driving a nail. If necessary, tap the measurement button to collect coordinates for later stakeout reports. First, let's open the handheld controller software and see which formats it supports for importing. Tap Import and find the format that best matches your data. Let's demonstrate using the 6th option: name, code, north, east, elevation, CSV. The second step is to edit your data into the name, north, east, elevation, CSV format. Next, copy the edited data file to the handheld controller. Then, open the handheld controller software and tap Import. Select this format, tap Next, locate the copied file, tap Open, and you'll see a prompt indicating successful import. Let's check the data by tapping Data and Points. The data has been successfully imported. Open the handheld controller app and tap Export. Choose the format you want to export. Once the format is selected, you can filter the exported data based on conditions. Tap Next, and you can either keep the default file name or modify it. By default, the data will be exported to 1A export folder, but you can also choose a custom path. Tap Export to start, and once it's done, you'll see a confirmation message. If you check the share option, you can share the exported file via Bluetooth, Gmail, or other methods while exporting. You can also directly tap cloud service to upload to the cloud or generate a sharing code. When selecting the format, you can also tap Add Format to customize the format, including options like name, extension, separator, and latitude/longitude format. Tap Save, and then choose your custom format to export the data. Additionally, you can export data in other formats like DXF. Connect the handheld controller to your computer, open internal storage, and copy-paste the exported data to your computer.